الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. ثم قال علي بن أبي طالب صلوات الله وسلامه عليه: فصبرت على طول المدة وشدة المحنة. Before starting session number 16, we recite Dua al-Faraj qurbatan ila Allah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma kulli waliyaka al-Hujjat ibn al-Hasan salawatuka alayhi wa ala abaihi في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتيه فيها صلوات على محمد وآله. Alhamdulillah, we are at session number 16, where we were talking about the era of Umar bin Khattab and the difficult position of Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam in his era, where Imam Ali alayhi salam says فَصَاحِبُهَا كَرَاكِبِ السَّعْبَى إِنْ اشْنَقَى لَهَا خَرَمْ وَإِنْ اسْلَسَى لَهَا تَقَحَّمْ, and that I was like a rider riding a rebellious camel, a camel which can't be controlled. That means Islam at that time, not Islam al-Haqiqi. That means the governance of Islam. In ishnaqa laha kharam, if I would lose it, if I would tighten the reins of the camel, the nostrils would tear up. Wa in islasa laha taqahham, and if I loses it, it will go under the pits, yani khai mein gir jata. Then Imam Ali alayhi salam says about the excursus, about the things which people were going through. فَمُنِيَ النَّاسِ لَعَمْرُ اللَّهِ بِخَبَطٍ وَشِمَاسٍ وَتَلَوُّنٍ وَاعْتِرَاضٍ. That people were facing this fourth thing, imbalance. And the second was shimas. That means people were going against the social norms. Third was talawun, people were going murtad, bidin mishudan, as rohe ras miraftan, wa i'tirad. People were going to the deviations. My dear brother, before continuing this, we got to understand that, just think about it, that if a person who is a non-Muslim, who knows nothing about the Islam, takes the history book and he doesn't care anything about what Shiaism says and what Sunnism says, he's a non-Muslim. He take the book, and the book name is Tarikh al-Islam, the history of Islam, and start reading the book. And when you see all these things, that the Khulafa of Islam, who were Zahiri Khulafa, apparent Khulafa, are doing all these kind of things, just think that what this non-Muslim will think about us. For the exact reason we again and again say this, express this, that don't judge Islam by seeing the Khulafa or Muslimin. This is very important. Don't be judgmental or pass your decision by seeing these kind of people. Today what's happening? ISIS group, in the name of Islam, they are beheading people. The group of Taliban, in the name of Islam, are doing all these stuffs. But trust me, if you want to understand the reality of Islam, you gotta come to Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. Ali is the only personality, trust me with it, who will guide you towards the reality of Islam. You won't see the harshness from Ali ibn Abi Talib. You won't see bad dialogues by Ali ibn Abi Talib. You won't see injustice by Ali ibn Abi Talib. But coming back to the point, this thing is quite important, but I got to go with the Farsi first. اگه امروز هم داعش این کارو میکنه با نام اسلام سر رو دارن میبرن و سربریدگی داره، به خدا سوگند اگه با اینها بشینید و صحبت کنید، اینها خودشون دلیل دارن، اینا من در آوردن این کارو نکردن و نمیکنن. و ازشون بپرسید عزیز دل من دلیل شما چیه؟ اونها استناد میکنن دلایلشونو به همون آقایون که ما داشتیم میگفتیم. دلیلشون علی نیست، دلیلشون حسین ابن علی نیست، اینا که شهید شدن، اینا مظلومن، ظالم نیستن. دلیلشون کسانی هستن که در دوران خودشون همین کارو کردن که اینها امروز این کارو میکنن. Understand it? That the proof of these kind of people who are beheading people in the name of Islam, they go back to those personalities who did this in their era. You won't see that they're taking the name of Hussein ibn Ali. No, Hussein ibn Ali got martyred. He is mazloom, he's not zalim. They say that, yeah, we had these personalities who did this, we will repeat it, we will do the same, and we will form an Islamic state. Ayadha billah, we don't accept these kind of Islamic states. We accept the Islam which comes from Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wassalam. And then Imam Ali alayhi salam continues. Imam says that this era was going on, what I did, what Ali ibn Abi Talib did. And Imam mas'uliyash chi bud? What Imam says that what was my responsibility to do? فَصَبَرْتُ عَلَى طُولِ الْمُدَّةِ وَشِدَّةِ الْمِحْنَةِ. That Imam says that I saw this situation like this, the complex situation, so I choose the endurance and the patience. على طول المدة وشدة المحنة. طول المدة, I choose the patience in this long period. وشدة المحنة, and the hardship of Imam increased during this period. Comparing to the first Khalifa, it was tough for Ali ibn Abi Talib in the second Khalifa because it was more complex than the first. There are thousands of reasons. The first reason was that the Islam started, growing up. It went to the Iran, Persia, and these things, and they were seeing the Islam which was, done by this person. And now there is khilaf. Some of them they say that Umar fath na karde Iran. Some of them they say that Iran wasn't captured by Umar ibn Khattab. It is a wrong thing, no. But if you go through the historians says no, Persia was captured by Umar ibn Khattab and it was turned up to the Islamic thing. Okay, that's a different issue. But continuing thing. Bro, please listen it. Why Imam is saying this word, washiddatil mahna, that my responsibility, that my hardship was increased during this period. Please understand it. Ali was seeing two things. On this hand, Ali was seeing that his home, his family is, facing injustice. On the second hand, he's seeing that Islam is plundering by these people. He's seeing the justice of the Prophet's daughter done by these personalities. Muhsin got shaheed, Fatima got hit, Ali ibn Abi Talib was tied by the ropes and dragged. Ali saw this. But on the other hand, which is more important for Ali ibn Abi Talib, that's no, Islam. Baba, Rasul ye khori karde. Rasul ne itni mehnat ki hai is Islam ke liye. Ye log kya kar rahe hain is Islam ke saath? Bhai, Rasul patthar khaye is Islam ke liye. Imam Ali is saying the injustice happening with the Islam. So there are two types of injustice. Injustice with his family, injustice with Islam. Now you understand why Ali ibn Abi Talib says, وَشِدَّةِ الْمَحْنَةِ. It was more complex to me. Allahu Akbar. You know what? The first time these people come to the door of Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha to hit the door, you know what the first thing Hazrat Zahra says? Hazrat Zahra says, we are still mourning. Alon hum azadar hastim. We are still mourning on the death of Prophet. This is the first thing Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha says behind the door. What was the answer? They started insulting Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha. Think about it. And Ali ibn Abi Talib is seeing all these things. You know what Fatima Zahra replies? Allahu Akbar. Ya abata. Fatima Zahra at that time, she remembers Rasulullah, his father. He says, Ya abata, Ya Rasulullah. Oh my father, oh Rasulullah. هَكَذَا كَانَ يَفْعَلُ بِحَبِيبَتِكْ وَابْنَتِكْ. This kind of behavior done by your ummah to your daughter, to your someone who is beloved. This is the complaint of Hazrat Zahra salamullahi alayha. وَشِدَّةِ الْمَحْنَةِ. Khutbah, sermon of Nahjul Balagha, sermon of Khutbah Shaqshaqiya. This is what Ali ibn Abi Talib says. And then Imam Ali continues, Allahu Akbar. حَتَّى إِذَا مَضَى لِسَبِيلِهِ. This is what he did in his lifetime, and until he died and he departed his way. And then Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam starts with Uthman bin Affan. And the madhlumiyat of Ali ibn Abi Talib goes one step ahead. Imam Ali alayhi salam says, جَعَلَهَا فِي جَمَاعَةٍ زَعَمَ أَنَّ أَحَدُهُمْ فَيَا لِلَّهِ لِشُورَى. Imam says that Umar ibn Khattab, before he dies, placed me in a group of people as I am one of them. Ajab, Imam says. You know, it reached to a point that Ali ibn Abi Talib was forced to be with Sa'ad bin Waqqas, Abdul Rahman al-Auf, Ibn Auf, Talha, Zubayr, Uthman bin Affan. Why this thing was done, you know? The reason? Umar ibn Khattab, before he died, wanted to show people that, look, Ali is someone who is aligned to these people. For an example, this thing happened in a normal society. We see that, you know, we have the seats of our guest. So we choose to make sit down our guest who is more important nearer, so that it shows that he is more important. Umar ibn Khattab does the same thing. He make a shura, a consultation, and makes Ali to sit with them. Allahu Akbar. And this is, and if you say, Sheikh, if you're saying it, so where Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam is giving the objection? No, he's having the objection with it, and he's expressing it. Imam says, فَيَا لِلَّهِ فَيَاللَّهِ وَلِشُورَى. Oh Allah, and the shura. That's the ajab statement from Ali ibn Abi Talib. He says, ajab, the shura is this. When did Umar ibn Khattab form this group? You know that? When Umar ibn Khattab was wounded severely by a person named Firuz, and his kunya was Abu Lulu. He was wounded, so a group of companions come to Umar ibn Khattab and says, oh Umar, you got to choose someone as your successor who is acceptable to you. So Umar says, I got to appoint a shura. And then the shura was appointed, and there were 6 people in it. Ali ibn Abi Talib, Uthman bin Affan, Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, Talha, Zubayr, and Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas. And all of them have a history. Not a good history. And Ali ibn Abi Talib is being aligned with these kind of people. Imam Ali alayhi salam now addresses the first weakness of the shura. And the objection is in this line where Imam Ali says. Imam says, مَتَعَ اعْتَرَضَ الرَّيْبُ فِيَّ مَعَ الْأَوَّلِ مِنْهُمْ حَتَّى سِرْتُ أُقْرَنُ إِلَى هَذِهِ النَّظَائِرِ. You know what Imam says? Imam says that at what time I was comparable to the first, that means Abu Bakr. At what time I was comparable to the first, that now you're comparing me to these kind of people. إِلَى هَذِهِ النَّظَائِرِ. To these kind of people, you're comparing me to Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas, you're comparing me to Talha, to Zubair, to Uthman bin Affan, to Abdul Rahman ibn Auf. You're comparing me to them. Allahu Akbar. This is the intensive regret of Ali ibn Abi Talib, that Ali ibn Abi Talib is expressing it, that I'm being comparable to them. Allahu Akbar. ये बेइज्जती है इमाम की. इमाम को बुला करके ऐसी जगह बिठा दो कि जो काबिल मुकायसा नहीं है. You just think, my brother and sister, you just think, who's Ali? Bab Madinatul Ilm is Ali. A'lam bi kitab wa sunnah is Ali. Ashja' is Ali. Fatih al-Khaybari wal-Hunaini wal-Uhadi wal-Khandaq is Ali. Where Ali is? Where Ali is? After having all this status and rank, Ali ibn Abi Talib is being forced to sit in the shura. This is the dhulm happened to Ali ibn Abi Talib. The zulm stops in the second Khalifa? No, it continues. And it's more worse now. It's more worse because why? You know why? You know why? What's the reason? The reason is that now these kind of people is damaging the respect and the status of Ali ibn Abi Talib, not Ali ibn Abi Talib. Farq दौर है बैन हर दो ताई दोनों में फ़र्क है. Once you start damaging the that of Ali ibn Abi Talib as a person, once you start damaging the personality of Ali ibn Abi Talib, this happened to Ali ibn Abi Talib. Then Imam alayhi salatu wasalam says, فَيَا لِلَّهِ لِلشُّورَى. Imam alayhi salam continues, لَكِنِّي أَسْفَفْتُ إِذَا أَسَفُّوا وَطِرْتُ إِذَا طَارُوا. Inshallah for the next session, but now the question comes, Shaykhana, just answer one thing. If Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam was that uncomfortable with the shura, so why did he participate it? He could say, bro, you go your way, I'll go my way. I don't want the shura. This can be asked. You got to understand, my dear brother and sister, and who are listening to me, this is very important. Ali got to participate in the shura. Why? The reason, because if Ali ibn Abi Talib did not participate in the shura, history might record that Ali did not wanted to rule, he did not wanted the governance. And do understand it, that it was the high time that the leadership and the governance needed Ali ibn Abi Talib, not Ali ibn Abi Talib needed the governance. For the Islah al-Ummah, for the sake of Islam, leadership needed Ali ibn Abi Talib, that no, now it's a high time. Ali, you gotta participate in the shura. If not, these people wanted, you understand it. Baba, these people wanted that Ali would say, no, don't want to accept this all things, so that after they can place anybody in the name of the Khalifa of Islam. But Ali knew how to deal with it. And Ali, inshallah, continues in the khutbah that how I started dealing with them. But my dear brothers, please understand it. How madhloom was Ali ibn Abi Talib. How madhloom was Ali ibn Abi Talib. You know, there is a thing what we say in our daily life, there are two things, personal and professional. The same was with Ali ibn Abi Talib. Ali had two things in front of him, personal and professional. He in Farsi we say in قربون کرد personal رو، شخصیت خودش رو قربان کرد، اپنی شخصیت کو قربان کر دیا علی ابن ابی طالب نے. It is quite important. We got to understand. If you might, excuse me if I say in Urdu this, کہ اگر علی اسلام کے نام پہ اپنی ذات کو قربان کر سکتے ہیں تو کیا ہم اسلام کے نام پر ہماری چھوٹی موٹی خواہشوں کو قربان نہیں کر سکتے؟ We got to understand it, that if Ali can do this, we got to do this. Because we are following the master who did this. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may Allah and Ali ibn Abi Talib and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam accept our sessions of Nahjul Balagha. May Allah accept the efforts done by all of the students. Wa akhiru da'wani alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Allahumma ajjil li waliyyika al-faraj waj'alna min al-a'wanihi wa ansarihi wa la taj'alna min a'da'ihi. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa anjil farajahum.
السلام عليك يا ولي الله. السلام عليك يا أمين الله. يا علي بن أبي طالب.